Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back with my review of The Old Dark House. This is a movie I've been wanting to see for a very long time, so another big thank you to Jason for sending me this copy. In fact, I finally watched it last night with Jason and Brad. After all of the anticipation and build-up, it was definitely worth it. What always attracted me to this movie is the cover. Look at that art. I love that image of the woman in the corner, and I love the image of the house. I even love the font they used for the title. The Old Dark House is a 1932 horror film. It was directed by James Whale, and it's set in Wales. It also stars Boris Karloff, who is amazing in pretty much everything, and this is no exception. It's a dark and stormy night. A married couple and their companion find themselves stranded when the road washes out from the storm. They have no other option than to take shelter in the old dark house. Upon arriving, they are coldly greeted by the inhabitants. The house belongs to the Fem family. There's brother Horace and his sister, Rebecca. It is immediately established that something is not quite right with the siblings. But the travelers have no other choice but to stay, because the rain keeps pouring down. The Fems also have a butler named Morgan, played by the great Boris Karloff. They warn their new guests that Morgan becomes, let's just say, scary when he's drunk. Soon after, another couple comes knocking on the door, also threatened by the storm. They too are hesitantly invited to spend the night in the old dark house. Everyone gathers around the table for dinner and begin to get to know each other. Later, they gather around the fire and continue the conversations. But before long, the old dark house loses power and becomes the old darker house. The lack of electricity and massive storm may be the least of their worries, though, because there are other sinister secrets in the old dark house. Upstairs, there is a locked door, and what's behind it, even the Fems themselves fear. I won't say anything else because I don't want to spoil it. And this is one of those movies that's best to go in knowing as little as possible. I really didn't know what to expect from it, but I was definitely impressed. The fact that this isn't a more popular and more acclaimed horror film of the 1930s is beyond me. I have no idea why this doesn't get more attention. First of all, the setting and atmosphere is absolutely incredible. The old dark house has the epitome of atmosphere, for which other horror films seem to strive. The house itself is like a character, as is the storm. Boris Karloff's character, Morgan, has such an intimidating presence to him. But for me personally, he's not even the scariest character in the movie. Maybe not even the second scariest character. Believe me, there are some creepy characters in this. The acting is fantastic. It's that classic 30s acting. And speaking of the classic 30s, what a decade for horror, huh? Even still, the old dark house really stands out. Fun fact, Gloria Stewart plays the married woman in this. She also played in The Invisible Man, and she's the old Rose in Titanic. It's been 84 years. The old dark house builds the suspense, from the opening scene with the car stuck in the storm to the closing credits. Along the way, we experience some creepy and surreal and downright nightmarish moments. The Old Dark House, in my opinion, is an underrated horror classic, and I will cherish having it in my collection. By the way, Jason and Brad enjoyed it too. But have you guys seen it? If so, what do you think of it? Comment below and let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. Be kind, subscribe.